Good afternoon, students. This is how to find the volume of a triangular prism. Section 7.5, day number 2, volume of a triangular prism. Overall, what you just need to continue to remember is that volume is the area of the base times the height. The formula has not changed. It's still capital B times the height. In this case, the base of this prism is a triangle. Remember, the base is not necessarily what it's standing on. Like right now in this particular problem, it is standing on this parallelogram or this square, depending on how you're visually looking at that. But you have to pretend like it's a slice of cheese or a slice of pie, something that flipped over. We need to put it back right in order to solve that. So just know that it's not normally what it's standing on. In this case, it's what does it have the same of, top and the bottom. So the bottom here and the top there. So area of a triangle, because I have to find one of the triangles here, this, and this. To find the area of a triangle, I take half the base times the height. Half of the base of this triangle is 12, so half of 12 times the height is 16. That would give me the area of this triangle. Half of 12 is 6. 6 times 16 is 96. So I know that the area of this triangle is 96 centimeters squared. Now I need to take this value times the height of the entire prism. Some people get a little bit confused on this part because they see two numbers and they're not sure which one to use. So again, pretend like I put my hand here and I turned this entire piece of cheese, piece of pie, back right side up. What would the height be? Well, then the height would be this 10. So then I would multiply this by 10 and I would get 960 centimeters, and because it's volume, it's cubed. Area of the base times the height. The most difficult part with a lesson like this is being able to visually picture what it should look like if it was right side up. So take a minute to look at this picture. Which is the base? Which is the top? And what are the sides? This is similar to the other problem. This is like a box of the Toblerone chocolates laying on its side. I want to get it back up so it's standing on the triangular part, making the triangle the base. So when I look at this one, this is really the base, but the whole thing has fallen down, fallen over to the side. Remember, volume is capital B, standing for area of the base times the height. This triangle is half of the base height. Notice the difference between capital B and little b, times the height of the entire figure. Volume equals, let's look at just the triangle because that's what this parenthesis is referring to. Just the triangle has a base of 4.5, so I want 1/2 times 4.5 times the height of this triangle. The height of this triangle is 5, so times 5. Then I need to take this times the height of the entire triangular prism. If I was to stand this upright on its end, the height would be 8. So then I just need to take all of these and multiply them together. If I take half of 4.5 times 5, I get 11.25. So this is 11.25 times 8. And then this should be 92, but I am going to throw it in a calculator to make good thing I checked because it's only 90. Must have, because it's a quarter, not a half. That's why. Okay, sorry. This would be 90. So the volume would be 90 centimeters cubed. Again, because it's volume. So you're always looking for the type of base. Let's just keep doing problems. I know that the volume is the area of the base times the height. Just like in class, take the time to write the formula out for every single one. As I say, do not get lazy. Take the time, show your work. It seems easier when I do it because I'm always writing out my equations. What is the base of this triangular prism, sorry, triangular prism? Well, it's a triangle. So here's the triangle, and it should be the exact same as the triangle back here. Well, we've got depth dimensions, but it's the same as that one back there. So this height here of 4 is going to come up here as well and be 4 centimeters. This is important because this is the height of the triangle, not the 4.5. This is a slant. So 4 is the height of the triangle. 9 is the base of the triangle. So now I have volume equals 1/2. The base is 9. The height is 4. That is just of the triangle. Now I need the height of the prism. Well, I used 9 and I used 4. I have all of these other figure numbers here. Which one? Well, I guess I used the 4. What do I want? Which one is going to be the height of the prism? Well, this 7.2 goes to this line. That's not the height. 4.5 goes to this line. That's not the height. So if I was to take this and stand it up on this triangle, the height is going to be 8.1. So I would take this, volume equals 18 times 8.1. And I would get 145.8 centimeters cubed. 145.8 centimeters cubed. All right, let's try another example here. All right, volume equals 1/2 height base, that's for the triangle, times the height of the entire figure. Volume equals 1/2 the height, again, just the triangle. Here's just the triangle. The height of the triangle is 10. The base of the triangle is 10. And you might be saying, Miss Bednar, you keep switching these around. Remember the commutative property. When I multiply, it doesn't matter the order. So however you remember it. Times the height of 25. So this one we can almost do in our head. 10 times 10 is 100. Half of 100 is 50. And then 50 times 25. 50 times 25 gives us a volume of 1,250 centimeters cubed. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. I'm not going to solve the whole thing here, but I will help you set up the equation. Volume equals 1/2 the base times the height of the entire figure. If I look at this triangle, I have to notice that I'm not standing on the base, and I notice that it's a right triangle. So even though this you think is the base, it's not going to, nowhere do I have the height. I don't have the height this way. This 90-degree angle gives me a clue as to what the base is. You can count either the 8 or the 6 as the base. If I use the 6 as the base, 8 is the height. If I use 8 as the base, 6 is the height. And so it doesn't matter. 8 times 6, 6 times 8, either one. What is the height of the entire figure then? Well, it would be this value. If I stood it upright, that value is going to be the height. Plug that into a calculator, and you'd get your answer. All right, here we go. This one, still, volume equals 1/2 base height times the height. This right here, it's right in front of me. This is actually the base. So I would want 14 as the base, 10 as the height. 14 times 10 times 1/2. And then the height of the entire prism, if I was to take this and knock it over so it's laying, so it's touching, this triangle's touching the bottom, it's going to be 7 high. And like I stated earlier, the toughest part of this assignment is going to be able to visualize what it looks like when it's flipped over. All right, this was just extra practice. How do I find the volume of a cube? It's still the same formula, capital B times H, except the base in one of these, depending on how you look at it, it's going to be length times width. Because the base is a rectangle or a square, then times the height. So in this case, 3 times 6, that would be the area of the base, times the height of 2. So in this, volume would equal, what do I have, 1836 here? Same thing here. Volume equals capital B, area of the base times the height. Volume equals length times width times height, because this B is the same as length times width. I see 9 times 5.4, and then the height of 4. Plug it into your calculator, get an answer. 9 times 5.4 times 4. I get 194.4 centimeters cubed. I notice I forgot my label over here. Feet cubed. Okay, cylinder. Again, volume equals capital B H. What is the shape of the base of a cylinder? Well, a circle. The circle has an area of pi r squared. So I have to take the area of the base, then times the height of the cylinder. Let's try it for this first one. Volume equals pi r squared times the height. Volume equals pi. Radius goes halfway across, so this would be 8 squared times 15. So this would be, let's see, 64 would be 8 squared. This would be 3,014.4 centimeters cubed if I use 3.14. If I use the pi key, I'm going to get a little bit different answer, which is okay. I'm going to get, in this case, the pi key gave me 3,015.93 if I went to the 100th spot, centimeters cubed. So again, it's going to be very similar. Just be very careful. Work out all of your work. I hope that helped a little bit. Have a great day.